Hey 20 somethings, I am excited to see you here. I am pumped to share with you my weight loss update, and I'm going to share with you also 4 mistakes that I made on my Weight Watcher journey that I want you to avoid at all costs. So I'll go ahead and jump into my weight loss update. I lost 3 pounds this week. That is super exciting. It is also not common and not typical, and so even when I plugged my weight into the weight tracker on my mobile app for Weight Watchers, it's like, congratulations, make sure you're losing weight the healthy way. And so it's so not typical to lose 3 pounds. So I don't expect a huge loss next week, and I'm totally fine with that. But anyways, I just wanted to update you on that. So 14.2 total. It's exciting. I'm pumped about it. So hope you're doing well on your weight loss journey as well. Let me jump into those 4 mistakes now that I made along the way. Hopefully you can avoid these pitfalls. So that's why I'm sharing with you my mistakes so you don't have to make them. So the first mistake that I made on Weight Watchers is this: giving up too soon. We talked a few videos ago, if you want to see results, you got to stick to the routine. And for me, the second time that I did Weight Watchers, like tried to get back on track, I just gave up too soon. I hit some plateaus, and the first time that I did Weight Watchers, the weight came off pretty easily. The first week I did it, I lost 5 pounds. The second week I did Weight Watchers, I lost 4 pounds that first go round. And so whenever I came back and tried to get back on track after gaining some weight, I thought, why am I not losing it as quickly as I did the first time? And I got really frustrated, and so I ended up even giving up and then gaining all my weight back. And so that was not a good thing to do, to give up just because I hit a plateau. And for me, it was a little frustrating because I hit about like a 3-week plateau, and I was like, what is going on? Like, what is going on? And so I just pitched the whole system instead of looking at really analyzing the decisions that I was making on my own journey. So the system was good. I just wasn't working the system the way it needed to be. So for me, looking back, I knew that I kind of ate too many bananas. Those have a lot of sugar in them, and I was just eating them kind of like crazy. And I don't think I drank enough water, and I was still on diet sodas. And for my body, you have to know your body and figure out what works best for you. For me, that wasn't cutting it. So had I kind of stayed on plan and just tried to dig my heels in and determine, no, I know the system works, I'm going to figure out what's going on, why it's not working for me right now. Instead of doing that, I just gave up. I walked away too soon. So don't do that. Don't give up too soon. Stay on track. If you keep making the right decisions, you're going to see results eventually, okay? So don't give up too soon. The second mistake that I made on Weight Watchers was I was too hard on myself. That first time I did it in college, I was so on track and so on plan and just so determined to, hit my goals and lose weight every week that whenever the opportunity came around to, maybe have a night out with my friends and eat Chipotle or, eat a cookie, and I gave in and I did it, I would feel so guilty. I'd feel like I had done something wrong. And so that's not a way to live your life. And so now the word that I really try to live my life with is balance. And so for me, that looks like the 80-20 rule. That means about 80% of my health choices, or my choices, are healthy, and about 20% I allow myself some room to kind of, have a treat. So Weight Watchers really structures their program like that too. They give you the points that you need for the day, but then they also give you a margin of, hey, these are flex points. These are whenever you want a cookie, or these are whenever you want to eat a little Mexican food that's a little not Weight Watcher friendly. And so let yourself live that balanced life. Don't be too strict on one side. It won't last. That's not a way to live a life. So balance is absolutely key. The third thing that I did, big mistake I made on Weight Watchers, was measuring my success by the scale. And so we have to find other ways to measure our success besides numbers. That scale is not your guide. When you look at it and it tells you a number that you don't see, that should not tell us how we have to kind of, it shouldn't own our emotions. And so for me, I am finding other ways to measure my success. Maybe measure it by how you feel. Do you feel more confident? Do you feel skinnier? Maybe even inches is a good way to measure some success along the way. Maybe is it, do you feel stronger? Do you feel like you could, you have more energy? Whatever it is, find your way. Because sometimes that scale, you could do so good all week long and that scale doesn't give you a good number. So that number should not own your life though. You own your life. You own your decisions. You own your even emotions. And so you get to figure out, no, I'm not going to be owned and bossed around by the number on the scale. My success is not dependent always upon that number. And so measure your success in some other ways. So that was the third mistake. The fourth mistake, last one I'll cover today, is I didn't always count and still struggle with counting bites, licks, and tastes. They call them BLTs in the Weight Watcher program. And so unfortunately, sadly, it is a lot harder to lose weight than it is to gain it. It's a lot more fun to gain weight. It's harder to lose weight. So for me, I gotta be aware of everything that I'm putting into my body. So if I am making some sort of, Weight Watcher treat and it calls for some chocolate chips, yeah, the 3 chocolate chips that I snuck in my mouth, maybe no one else saw it, but my body did. And so I have to be aware of everything that I'm really putting inside. It has a consequence. It has a result. And so just be aware of that. And sometimes I'll be like, oh, I don't even want to count it because, it was so small. No, just go ahead and count it. Go ahead and count it because it keeps you aware. It keeps you checked in, plugged in to what you're putting inside of your body. So those are the biggest 4 mistakes that I made on Weight Watchers. What mistakes have you made? I would love to hear them. I help you, hopefully. Maybe you can help me. So just comment below and be sure to like these videos. If you like the Weight Watcher videos, I will be sure to do more. I hope you guys have an incredibly awesome and blessed week. See you next time.